My dad and I decided to eat at this authentic taqueria called Reina's Taquerita on Boniva Road. And the reason I decided to go with my dad to see how authentic this place was is because my dad is a tomato breeder who travels to Mexico a lot for his job, so he's had a lot of Mexican food. So on the menu, they had a lot of different options. For example, they had burritos, carne asada, suadero tacos, which are like tacos that have brisket inside. That's what my dad got to eat. You can see that they have the tortillas are purple, and then they have tortas, which are a kind of sandwich, as well as fajitas. They also obviously had tortilla chips, but this place had corn tortilla chips instead of, the flour ones that most places have. And they had guacamole, salsa, and queso. And we got the queso, which is like a queso blanco, so it's like a white queso. And in this queso, there were like red peppers, corn. It was like a very thick white cheese. And then, of course, they have tacos and quesadillas where you can choose what kind of meat you want in it. So the tacos, you can see they have the different meat options and sopes, which is, soups. For beverages, they had horchata, jamaica, and then, of course, they had bottled water, Mexican Coke, which is regular bottled Coke, except it's made with sugar cane, so the recipe's a bit different, and, just regular sodas. Then they have birria tacos, which my dad really likes those. They're usually made with goat, but at this place, they're made with steak. They had quesadillas, which is what I got. I got a quesadilla con pollo, so I got a quesadilla with just chicken and cheese. And then those little cups you see right there, it's salsa verde, which is a green salsa, and then pico de gallo, which is tomato, onions and stuff, and then sour cream is that third little cup. And they had flan and churros too for dessert. What item or items would you say are a must-try here?
I will say the birria tacos. The birria tacos, there are 3 tacos to order. It's shredded beef, and you can add cheese if you want. It's melted cheese, so it goes really well with the tacos, but it's a must-try, you must.
And then what, in your opinion, would you say makes this restaurant stand out?
I'll say every day we have a different menu of the day. Not menu of the day, but object of the day.
Yeah.
So Mondays are tostadas, Tuesdays are Taco Tuesday, Wednesdays are gorditas. So each week of the day it's different, which that attracts more customers coming in for different meals each day. So I'll say that.
So, do you have a personal favorite food or drink that's served here?
Yes, I do have. Let's start with the drinks. I love horchata.
Oh, that's what I was gonna order.
Oh my god, let me explain you the process. To make an horchata, a simple horchata takes 2 days. First, we put 24 hours rice with cinnamon water in our fridge. Next day, we put condensed milk, vanilla, sugar, and some secret things.
This is so good.
So that's why it takes 2 days. One for it se concentre, and then the second to put the rest. So I would say horchata, then would be the hibiscus, the jamaica in Spanish. It's a flour that we boil, we put sugar. Those are my 2 top drinks. And then we have the Mexican Coca-Cola. Those are my drinks. And for food would be torta campechana, steak with our Mexican sausage chorizo. That would be it.
And then what would you say is the most popular item served here, just based on what you've observed?
Birria tacos. Birria tacos is our popular plate. In every single order of Uber, DoorDash, or new people, they're like, hey, we heard about birria. And how not? It is shredded beef. Well, tortilla, shredded beef, our melted cheese Oaxaca, cilantro and onion. And then you have the juice of the meat. No, it's 10 out of 10. So I would say come and try horchata with birria.
What was your favorite item on the menu?
I really like the birria tacos. I think they were pretty authentic.
And what about just your favorite Mexican food and drink in general?
In general, my favorite Mexican drink is Jamaica, and they had a pretty good one there. And for food,
Could you tell me about what a Jamaica is?
Yeah, so it's a tea from a hibiscus that they sweeten.
Alright, and how authentic would you say that the food at Reina's is?
I would say it's pretty authentic. I travel to Mexico about 8 to 10 times a year and sample food from all over the country, and they seem to have pretty good offerings that are consistent.
You said the Jamaica is really authentic.
Yeah.
That's why you got two of them over
Right.
there. Alright, would you recommend for someone to come to Reina's?
Yes, I think it's very authentic food and good and reasonably priced, and I would recommend it.
And what was your favorite part about the experience of eating at Reina's?
I think, well, it was nice because they were really festive, decorating for the Halloween holiday, and I really liked the music and the decorations in the restaurant.
Yeah, the decoration seems very authentic
Yeah.
as well. Would you say?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.